Want to speak real Turkish from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at turkishclass101.com.
Hey guys, I'm Seda and welcome to turkishclass101.com. Today we'll talk about the things you should not do in Turkey. Are you ready? Okay, the number one, you should not talk about politics, sports, especially soccer, football, and religion with Turkish people. Turkish people may be very passionate about these subjects. They may have their own thought, and sometimes not everybody, but most of the Turkish people are very passionate about these subjects. And 1 minute you are talking about something in politics, the next minute you are arguing. You wouldn't understand how fast you can go from one point A to point B. So to be safe, don't talk about those topics. Some topics you may talk about: Turkish food, culture, the places you see, talk about anything but those subjects. Let me check the other one. This one, of course, the things that I say here are the generalizations. We have more than 70 million people, Turkish people living in Turkey. So not everything will apply to everyone, but these are the general Turkish point of views. So when you go into a Turkish home, Turkish people are very cautious about the cleanliness of their houses. So do not enter with your shoes. So especially during these coronavirus times, people are more careful about it. Take your shoes off before you enter. And if you are invited to dinner or something like that, try to bring dessert with you. So that's it. The third thing is, when you're visiting mosques, try to be respectful to the people who are doing their prayer, and try not to pass on them. And you need to dress properly with the short shorts and things like that. You cannot go into a mosque even if you are not a Muslim. And if you are a woman, again, even if you are not a Muslim woman, you need to cover your head with something. You can use a scarf like this. You can use something to cover your shoulders. And as I said before, even if you're a man, you should be dressed appropriate. And I think that's for all the prayer places of all the religion. Dress appropriately. So, the gestures, every culture has their own gesture, body language, and one thing may mean something different in some language, and in other languages it's something totally different. I will show you two gestures. One is this. And most of the languages, this means okay. I'm not, we agree, but in Turkey, not like this, but when you use it like this, it means you are gay. And it may totally okay for some people, but some people may really get offended by it. So try not to use this. We do this for okay. So if you want to say okay, do this. And there is one thing that it's like a joke in American culture that, I got your nose. You do that gesture. I'm not gonna do it. You can check it out. I got your nose, and you show your fingers, but it means don't do that to any Turkish person. It's an insult. Okay? Don't ever do that. The next one is the Turkish flag. We are very proud citizens of the flag. I don't know. Actually, it's against the law to do something disrespectful to Turkish flag. I don't know about the foreigners, like when they do something like that. What is the the action there? But for Turkish people, you cannot disrespect the Turkish flag. Otherwise, you get a fine, or I don't know what is the action again, but it's against the law. That's what I know, and you may offend a lot of Turkish people with that. The Ramadan and eating outside during Ramadan. As you know, Ramadan is a month of fasting for Muslims all over the world, and since the Muslims use a separate calendar, and as Turkey we use the Gregorian calendar in our daily life. So Ramadan changes every year. And before, if you are traveling to Turkey, check it out if it's Ramadan during that time, because some places may be closed, and you at least you know what to do and what to expect. Normally the cafes, the restaurants are open, and sometimes some of them close if they are not in a very crowded area because nobody is going. But in most of the touristic places are always open, and people can eat outside. It's not against the law or anything like that. But it's kind of disrespectful if it's the month of Ramadan and especially during summertime and it's very hot outside and you are like drinking very cold water and easing your thirst, but there are people over there fasting and having really hard time. Just to be respectful, watch out to Ramadan and just eat and drink inside cafes, restaurant and things like that, or just sit or stand somewhere and drink your water, then go on. Don't put your food and water in people's faces during the month of Ramadan. The next thing, this is again about the religion. I think this may be we can put this to the first thing. Don't talk about Prophet Muhammad in a disrespectful way. You can you can offend a lot of people. Some people may be more understanding, but some people would even pick up a fight with you, the physical fight. So do not say anything about Prophet Muhammad against him in Turkey. About social gestures and social etiquette, I explained this in another video. Some more conservative people, they don't like to talk, men don't like to talk, handshake with women, and vice versa. Women don't like to handshake with men. So if you are visiting and you don't know the person in front of you, if you're a man and you are talking to a woman, wait. And if they are showing their hand, if they are showing that it's okay to approach them, you can approach them. But if not, just don't get offended by it. That's the way they live, and just nod or do this and ask whatever you need to ask and move on. This is for both sexes, so be careful. Some people are more conservative, some people are don't care about these things, but you don't know the people before meeting them, so just watch out, observe and act accordingly. Okay guys? The next thing, this is really nice. Don't ever say no to tea. Yeah, Turkish tea. We love our Turkish tea. Actually, we had a brand, I'm not gonna say its name, but it's a well-known tea brand from the area of Rize, where we have all our tea plants growing there. And this advertisement, they make it like a short video. People are going to a breakfast in Sunday or something like that, and they are ordering stuff. And if you don't know that, check it out. But Turkish breakfast is to kill for. We have everything. I think it's one of the richest breakfast you can get in the world. So we have everything. People have everything in their tables, and they, of course, all of them are perfect, but without tea, it's nothing. And they're asking for tea, and the waiter says there's no tea, and they're like, is it getting ready? Because there's no such a thing. You are going to a breakfast place, you are going somewhere, and there's no tea. It's not possible. It's people are like, what? What do you mean? And the guy says, here is milk. And their reactions are so funny. Every time I see that, I crack myself, and it's so funny because it's true. It's breakfast and no tea. Breakfast and no tea. Breakfast and we are eating something and no tea. That's not possible. So if you are offered a tea, say thank you and drink it. Okay, so let's see. This is not for all Turkey, but with the big cities such as Istanbul. I had a video about that. How to live in the prices to live in Turkey. I based it in Istanbul. Check it out if you didn't check it already. and I was talking there, especially the cities like Istanbul, the big cities, it's not very wise to rent a car and get a taxi because there is a traffic problem. Renting a car is expensive and it's very hard to park the cars, and you have to pay for the park as well. So it's not very wise. You can walk, you can use the public transportation. We have both sides in Istanbul, for example. You can take the ferries and so on. And I have details that in my other video, you can check it out. And for the taxis, of course, some places you may need to get by taxi, but please check that video as well, because you need to know how much would it normally cost. Not all of them, but some taxi drivers may try to take advantage of tourists to take them the wrong way, the long way, and you need to be smart about these things. I think it's the same in every, country. The tourists, some people are trying to rob the, tourists, but be careful and you'll be okay. So, this is about Turkish food is amazing. Maybe I'm biased, but I think it's, we have the Anatolian culture, the Balkans, the Greeks, the Arabs, we have a lot of cultures mixed in Anatolia, so we have a variety of different food, and it's delicious. And you can't get really bad. You can't, wherever you eat, it's gonna be good. But touristic places are generally more expensive and not very genuine. Ask the locals and look out the locals and where they eat. Don't follow the tourists and where they eat. Follow the locals and you'll find great food. And other than that, Turkish people are very welcoming and we love tourists, so you'll be okay, I think. Just watch out these facts and you'll do fine. And please leave some comments below. Have you ever visited Turkey? What are your experiences, good or bad? Leave them below so people can share and be careful about each other's experiences. So, I thank you for that. I will see you next time. Bye!
Want to speed up your language learning? Take your very first lesson with us. You'll start speaking in minutes and master real conversations. Sign up for your free lifetime account. Just click the link in the description.